Hello, it is me, Noelle, making a video for you about the 100. Let me first start by saying, this has to be another one of my favorite episodes. I don't know what it was about this episode that made me love it so much, but I do. I love it. Love it. It was like so, I don't know, it was so like cool and so many emotions, and it just felt so like right? And I don't know, I loved the episode. And now, before you guys go, oh my god, how did you like it? Why did you like it? That broke my heart. I am with you on that boat. I'm with you. I am in the front of the boat, just over the edge going, why? You know. The ending Bellaric scene. Let me first start by saying, I think we got confirmation that Clark loves Bellamy. Because love's a weakness, and then she says to him, I was being weak, it's worth the risk. His life is worth the risk. So basically him dying is worth the risk. I mean, Clark, really? What's happening with you? This is like, what? I don't know. So when I was watching that, I couldn't watch his face because that shit, like I watched his face and then afterwards I was like, when I go on Tumblr, I'm gonna cover his face, I'm not looking at it because it's so heartbreaking. And, you know, I've heard people say it's heartbreaking because she said that to him and he feels something for her, but I've also heard other people say his heart broke because he realized, or I mean the way he looked at her is because he realized this isn't the Clark he knows, and he realizes that something's not right with her and that she's, you know, stopped caring and he doesn't want that to happen, you know. So there's very different ways you can look at it, but I mean I think we all agree that she basically admitted she has feelings or loves Bellamy, has feelings for Bellamy or loves Bellamy. So that was really great. And I know the scene was so heartbreaking. I mean, I even agree. It was completely heartbreaking. And like, first, let me say this actually. Eliza, wow, you killed it, girl. Like, seriously, you have like the emotionless face. It was like I was looking at her face, you know? And I like look in her, because I always look in their eyes because I can always tell how like they're very like cold from their eyes. So I looked at her eyes and I was like, wow, she's just like this. I was being weak. It was worth the risk. I was like, and like, so yeah, like it was really heartbreaking. Well, yeah, it was really heartbreaking. I was gonna get into more of it. Let me get more into it and then I'll finish that ending part. But yeah, during that scene, heartbreaking, but also like, you're a Bellaric shipper, so you're kind of like, that's heartbreaking, but also they're also showing you that she basically loves Bellamy, which we all want, so, and he loves her because when he was talking about, which I really loved also, is how they did the parallels. Like you had Lexa and Gustus, I don't know if I'm saying it right, and then you had Bellamy and Clark, and they had the parallels, even the writer said. So you see, like, Lexa talking to Clark about love is weakness, and then you see it cut to Bellamy and him saying to Lincoln how he knew it was Gustus is because he knows that he would do anything for Lexa and that to protect her, and it just makes sense. And they even said, you know, that was a parallel to Clark and Bellamy, how Bellamy would do anything for Clark, basically. He would die protecting her. And so that I really loved. Like, I loved the parallels because even though Lexa and Gustus weren't romantic, it was still that really strong relationship. But let's hope the parallels don't continue to the point where he dies the same way Gustus did, because no. They won't kill Bellamy for like a long time. Like, I honestly believe that, because if they killed Bellamy off, come on, they're killing off one of the greatest freaking characters on the show. You're literally taking off another half of a character, like, you know. So, I mean, I'm not really worried. I mean, I do think he might get tortured or kidnapped or something happens bad to him later on in the season, which we also get another big Bellaric moment. They said it's a bigger moment than I Can't Lose You scene. I Can't Lose You 2 scene between Bellamy and Clark. It's an even bigger moment than that. That's all I gotta say. So my thoughts is, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like for me, if they were to like take the next step in that relationship of friendship and then all of a sudden, you know, love, I don't know, I'm not explaining anything right, sorry. But like if they were to take the next step from I Can't Lose You 2 and love is a weakness, blah, 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 I would think they either would kiss next or admit their feelings for each other. Admit that there's something going on between them. But honestly, I'm hoping for the kiss. Like, I know it's not gonna happen probably. can I hope? Can I have a little luck on my side? Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, oh, and during that scene, I'm getting completely off topic. There's so much I want to talk about in this because it was so good. Like everyone did a fantastic job. I'm not even lying to you. Like I think this is one of the best episodes they've ever done. Even though seeing Finn was very sad, but like I said on my Twitter, I will miss him, but I also am glad that he's gone because it adds to the storyline of Clark, and it gives her a darkness, and now she's emotionless and she's kind of like just stopped caring, and I love that because I want to see that, you know, because she plays it so well, and it's like you got to see her go through this and see that love is not a weakness, and who will snap her out of it, or like what will happen to make her snap out. You gotta think. I mean, I personally would love if it was Bellamy to make her like realize love is not a weakness. Love is meant to be like just, oh, I don't know. Yeah. So during that scene, I looked at Raven Octavia's face. Now, what really got me is that Raven's face, every time Clark said something really mean, like said something hurtful that was heartbreaking in that scene, they would pan to Raven Octavia's face, and always Octavia would like, and then Raven would just look at Bellamy. I honestly believe that she knows that he has feelings for her, because she looked at him like, oh my god, I know this much must hurt you. Like she just looked at him and just thought, oh god, this is hurting him, this is killing him. And I'm thinking, you know, I feel like she knows in a way, because it's, you know, like no one else looked at him except her. Like she just automatically reacted to looking at Bellamy after Clark said that mean stuff. And so that was my take on it. And I mean, I think Octavia's face spoke for the whole fandom. She was like, yeah. So, oh, also, I gotta admit, I'm not a big Lincoln and Octavia fan. I really don't have much interest in them as a relationship. But whenever Bellamy was saying he'd do anything for her to protect her, it makes sense. And then it shows Lincoln looking at Octavia, basically saying he would do anything for Octavia. I was like, oh, that's so sweet, you know, because he just looked at her so like innocently, and just, you know, just kind of like he didn't even have to think about it. He just, I would protect her at any cost. And she's just sitting there, and in that moment, the way she was like laying down and stuff, and just kind of like writing, to me, she kind of looked like a kid. Like she looked like a normal teenager who wasn't going through all this fucking crazy stuff. She just looked normal, just relaxed, you know, not worrying about who's going to attack. And so I really loved, I don't know, I overanalyze everything, but this episode especially. So yeah, and I mean, I love, like I said, Eliza Jane did an amazing job. Oh my gosh, she did so good. But what also I really loved was the scene where they're locked up, you know, after the guy gets poisoned by himself. And Clark's like, did you poison her? And Raven punches her, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And Octavia and them come over, you know, and then all of a sudden Clark's like, leave me alone. And you see her looking at nothing, and they can just tell that she's talking about Finn. Well, they can tell as soon as she's like, why did you turn yourself in? And then you see Octavia's face go, and you just know. And then I can see Raven's like, oh my god, I feel kind of bad, you know. I think Raven felt bad for her, because I mean, she's fucking hallucinating her dead ex-boyfriend who she's still in love with, probably, who she killed. And then I also really love, that acting was great, and I love that scene. And then I love when Kane went to talk to Clark. Oh my god, I don't know, I was like, that's cute. It's like a father-daughter moment, which are not related, but it was cute, you know. It's nice to see her talking to an adult besides her mom, and see her and Kane get along, because I didn't see a problem. And I mean, I love Kane. I love you. I'm so glad they're putting him in more episodes. Finally, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so when that scene was really great. And then you have Raven realizing that what Clark did was the right thing, because she sees Gustus getting cut and, you know, tortured, and she realizes this would have been Finn. And she, you know, she doesn't forgive her, I want to say, but she understands why she did it. So she's like, all right, I understand. I don't forgive you in any way, probably, but I'm not going to start fights with you. I'm not going to treat you like you're a murderer anymore. Which I also really loved. I mean, maybe I'm completely off of these. Like, I don't even know if I'm right about these, but, you know, this is just how I analyzed and looked at it. And then, yeah, like, the whole episode was really good. And then you have Lexa, you find out a little bit of her past, how she loved someone close to her who was a girl, which I also love that they're bringing in, like, a lesbian character, because, you know, that's always nice. And I mean, I'm also kind of rooting for Monty and Miller. Just saying, Mount Weather, you are not allowed to touch. You are not allowed to touch the precious gem that is Monty unless you're Miller. Just saying. Miller, you can touch him, but no one else can. No, but seriously, they have my Monty. I will kill them. I will tear them down. Like, the whole fandom can agree that no one should touch Monty. No one. So I love Monty and Miller, you know. Also, Maya, I'm sorry. I just don't like you. Like, when Miller said that to her, I was like, yes. And then she set the alarm off because she had a friend, you know. I don't know why I did that. So I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, thanks for helping. But I don't like her, okay? I don't. And I don't like her with Jasper. I'm just not a big fan of Maya. I don't hate her or anything, you know, and I'm not saying I wish she would die. I'm just not a big fan. Just like well, the Mount Weather people I hate especially. I don't like them. I wish they would just, like, God. So, yeah. What else about the episode? So, yeah, I love the Lex and Clark scenes, you know, and Indria, oh my god, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, Indria. Sorry, I can't remember how they pronounce it half the time, so I'm just saying it like I'd spelled. Indria? Okay, whatever. Indria, whatever. You need to stop being a bitch. I am so sick of her and her fucking trying to attack Clark, trying to attack the Sky people. Ooh, you better run. I'm threatening you. Like, girl, you are not in charge. Your commander is the one who's in charge. You need to listen to her and you need to back the F up. Because I'm so sick of her always attacking. Like, God, just hush up. Why are you being so fucking annoying and bitchy? Like, Clark and them are not doing anything to you. I understand what they did in the past and stuff. Yeah, I understand that you're angry and you're hurt, but you need to stop. I'm so annoyed at her doing all this shit all the time. Like, oh my god, I wish I could just grab her sword and stab her with it. Just saying. So, so the whole episode was good. Yeah, I mean, I just loved it all. So, I don't know what else to say. I mean, what else do I have? Yeah, I basically said every scene. Yeah, I gave you like everything. Love the episode, have nothing bad to say it. Even the Blark moment, that was heartbreaking, and I know as a shipper I should be in pain. I'm not really, because I know at the end of the season there's going to be a big scene, and I know their end game, and also I know that this was a good add to their story, you know, because he's going to go off and do his own thing, and she's going to do her thing with her emotions gone. So it's good storyline, and you know, then at the end they probably come back together. So I'm fine with that, you know, even though they're going to be separated for a few episodes. I'm okay with that because I love the storyline. I love where they're going with it. So I would recommend you watching this episode if you haven't, or if you stopped watching for some reason, because Finn died or whatever. I would suggest you watch this episode, because even though it has Finn in it and that might make you sad, it was one of the best episodes, hands down. Hands down, one of the best episodes of all seasons. So, alright, gotta go. Peace.